Elon Musk loves his role as shadow, president, co-president, the real president, whatever you want to call him. But what he certainly doesn't like is criticism for his criminality, for his corruption, and that is incredibly clear. We see a lot of tantrums from Elon Musk on Twitter, a lot of meltdowns. But now we're getting into more attacks and threats against the members of Congress who are calling him out. And today, that was Jamie Raskin, who is just pointing out the coup that Elon is trying to commit in our government unlawfully. And unelected, we did not elect Elon Musk. I sure as hell did not vote for him, and I sure as hell don't want him in control of any aspect of our government, no matter what fake title Donald Trump gives him. That is why Jamie Raskin called him out. That is why Elon Musk attacked Jamie Raskin. And that is what we are going to get into. But before we do, if I could quickly ask you to leave a like on this video, and if you haven't already, and you enjoy our channel, to hit that subscribe button. It goes a long way, and it really does mean a lot to me. Now, let's get into this interview with Jamie Raskin that led Elon
I think
to be
something
so
to be said
mad.
Joining us now is Congressman Jamie Raskin of Maryland. He's the ranking member of the Judiciary Committee, is one of the lawmakers at USAID today. Congressman Raskin, it's really nice to see you. Thank you.
It's great to see you, Rachel, and thank you for coming back in this service. You're a model to all America here.
Well, I don't know about that, but I'm here, and I'm not going anywhere. Can you describe your decision to go to USAID today? And actually, can you also describe what happened when you tried to go inside the building today?
Sure. Well, for me, it was easy, Rachel, because not only have I been trying to defend the Constitution and legality in America, as you know, for the last several years, but I have tens of thousands of federal workers who are my constituents in beautiful Montgomery County, Maryland. And what I see are all the telltale signs of a coup. A coup is a seizure of state power by unelected actors who work to take over the critical infrastructure of government outside of the rule of law. And that's what I see as going on right now. I mean, Elon Musk has basically tried to take control of the country's communications infrastructure, the governmental financial payments infrastructure, the data infrastructure, and he's got important parts of nodes of the military infrastructure. So I'm looking right through Donald Trump, who no doubt wants to abuse everybody's civil rights and civil liberties and centralize all the power in him. But at this point, you know, I'm with Steve Bannon and Laura Loomer and the people on the right who are saying, watch Elon Musk, because he's the guy who's trying to centralize all power behind him, and he hasn't been elected to anything.
When you say that, as you did today, and we played the clip of it, that we're going to stop Elon Musk, what do you see as the most effective means of opposition to that, the scale of what you're describing there?
Well, every democratic means available to us. Now, fortunately, because they think they're dictators, they're trampling the civil service law. I mean, the heart of civil service law is you can't fire people for political reasons. That's why we have a civil service, as you know, and yet they are being very open and explicit about their doing that. I mean, to the extent people are given any justification at all, it's that we don't think that you can successfully forward the agenda of President Trump, which is not an acceptable justification for firing people who haven't had a chance to even work for Donald Trump, right? These are professional, independent civil service members, Republicans, independents, Democrats. In any event, the vast majority of them have excellent civil service records, and you have to give them a due process administrative hearing and tell them specifically what are the charges against them. It's the same thing, by the way, with the inspectors general, 18 of whom were sacked en masse by Trump, when those people have the right to 30 days notice to Congress with a specific substantive elucidation of the charges against them. They've just run roughshod all over that. So we're going to start with civil service. We've got constitutional claims against them in a lot of places because the First Amendment stands for the same principle. You can't fire neutral, non-political officers like prosecutors, like FBI agents, like cops, simply because a new party comes to power and they think that they want to stuff it with their own political sycophants.
Congressman, you were talking about civil service law and lawsuits to try to protect civil servants being one of the fronts on which the opposition can proceed. What are you seeing as the other potential fronts on which the opposition can advance in very short notice?
Well, in Congress, of course, we're going to be fighting them in subcommittees and committees, on the floor, in the House, in the Senate, with filibusters at every turn. But popular protest is going to become very important here, and it's going to look very different from the first Trump administration. Everybody remembers, 1 million people gathering for the Women's March, and I have no doubt we could get at least that many, if not 5 million. But we also know that Donald Trump has just pardoned 1,500 Proud Boys, Oath Keepers, violent insurrectionists, cop assaulters. And so we don't want a huge protest like that to become a magnet for right-wing provocateurs and violence. Donald Trump would love nothing more than to send in the police and to, stage some kind of declare martial law or something in a situation like that. But I think the decentralized local protests around particular departments, particular agencies, in particular towns and cities are going to proliferate. And I got to tell you, it was thrilling and exhilarating to see hundreds of people show up on just a couple hours' notice that we were going to have a press conference outside of AID today. So there's tremendous popular fervor here, and that's giving everybody a lot of confidence and showing that we're not afraid of these people. They might be attempting a coup against America, but we're going to stop them, and we're going to use every means available to us.
Congressman Jamie Raskin, Democrat of Maryland, thank you so much for your time today. Thank you for doing your part in the, as you say, sort of impromptu press conference come protest today at USAID. It's become a real focal point for a lot of people in terms of thinking about templates for moving forward and for speaking out. Thanks for being there, and thanks for talking.
Just a perfect call out there by Congressman Raskin. And we really just need to focus as much attention as we possibly can on Elon. I think it is so important, as I've said before, considering that Donald Trump and Elon Musk control so much of the information environment right now. Obviously, Donald Trump on cable and in his right-Boeing media ecosystem has so much control over the messaging. But Donald Trump doesn't just have Fox and Breitbart and he has TikTok in his back pocket. Obviously, Elon has X. He's got all of the meta platforms, Facebook, Instagram. He has control of these things. We need to be working incredibly hard to push back against the media environment that they already kind of control, to make sure that people don't have a perception of Elon as someone trimming the fat in government, because that's just not the case. Too many people have this false belief that he's saving them money, saving their tax dollars, by working in the government as a volunteer, someone only out to help. But the truth about Elon is he's costing you more money. He's taking away the programs that are most important to your life, the life of your friends, your family members, your grandparents, people in your community, the people that you work with, all to put it in his own pocket so we can have a couple hundred more bill. That is what Elon's about. He's not about helping you. He's not a volunteer. There's no kindness of his heart. He's corrupt, and that is the message we have to deliver. Now, that's part of the message Senator Chris Murphy delivered in this clip right here.
But let's not pull any punches about why this is happening. Elon Musk makes billions of dollars based off of his business with China. And China is cheering at this action today. There is no question that the billionaire class trying to take over our government right now is doing it based on self-interest. Their belief that if they can make us weaker in the world, if they can elevate their business partners all around the world, that they will gain the benefit. But there's another reason this is happening. They're shuttering agencies and sending employees home in order to create the illusion that they're saving money in order to do what? Pass a giant tax cut for billionaires and corporations, right? This is all a smokescreen, a shell game, in order to turn this government over to a handful of unelected billionaires and corporate interests, and we are not going to let them do that.
Now, these call-outs have clearly got Elon pretty upset, and especially the Jamie Raskin one, I think, because they hit so close to home, and I think because they're so true, that's why Elon posted this on Twitter just today, in reference to the protest at USAID. Elon Musk wrote, "What Raskin actually means is that he wants his kickbacks and bribes to continue us lobbying in law firms who launder foreign donations, which are actually U.S. taxpayer foreign aid, coming full circle, need to be investigated and shut down." It is crazy to me that the biggest government contractor in America continues to make the accusation that it's everyone else but himself, greedily taking us tax dollars, when that's exactly what Elon Musk does, and is ensuring that there is as little oversight as possible over him taking those tax dollars. That's why he's in the government, and not just to make sure no one sees the corruption, but to put more money in his pocket and more money without risk. He always wants to talk about communism or socialism, but what is it when the government writes Elon a big check and he gets to reap all the rewards of his businesses succeeding? Because of it doesn't sound like pure perfect capitalism to me. We're going to keep calling that out on this show, and if you want to support that, as always, you can hit that subscribe button, leave a like on this video, and if you stuck around at the end, drop a blue heart in the comments, and until next time, I'll see you soon.